Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. Hearthstone's new Showdown in the Badlands expansion is now live, came out yesterday evening, and this was my best performing deck for day 1 of Badlands. It is a Secret Excavation Mage. So I have built an Excavation Mage with secrets, and it's a tempo deck. I mean, this most reminds me, the deck that I had in mind when I built this deck was Mono Blue Tempo in Magic. Some expansions ago anyway, because what did you do when you played Mono Blue Tempo in Magic? You played some threat on the board, and then you made it so that the opponent just couldn't answer that properly, and then it just kept chipping in damage, because they just couldn't do their thing, they couldn't play their game. And that's what this deck is all about. This deck is all about trying to limit your opponent's ability to play their game with cards like Counterspell and Explosive Runes and Objection. Just you don't get to do your things, and I get to do my things, and then I get even more random secrets, which can be more of those good secrets from Ecore Researcher. And yeah, and if I get to drop something like Orion Mansion Manager and some secrets, and you can't answer that, and any card you play just makes the situation worse, that's the key of this deck. Well, this deck can also fail. This deck can fail in ways that you don't get your early game, and then you don't have your early game, and you don't get to play that threat, and you don't get to protect it with secrets, and then the opponent can snowball you down. Yeah, totally can happen. Opponent can also have so many and so cheap control tools that they're actually able to play around all of your secrets and manage to answer your threats. But overall, I found this deck okay. I mean, it's first day meta, we don't know what the meta is going to look like. Depending on what the meta is going to look like, this deck could be good, or it could be pretty bad. Very fast aggro decks especially are quite poison for this one. This was picked up by Hearthstone Top Decks, and then consequently there are enough games played that we actually have global statistics on Hearthstone Replay about this deck. And currently it's looking pretty good, but I mean, these are day 1 statistics, and those are bronze to gold statistics as well, so yeah, those don't really mean much. But as you can see, at least on some ranks, people have had success with this deck. Overall, remember, it's a tempo deck. You're trying to get your threat out there, you're trying to protect that threat, you're trying to deal damage. The Azerite Hulk actually isn't very important. Battlecry get a random Titan, it costs 1. The random Titan, well, it's random, and it's not that often very helpful, even though Titans are strong cards. Other than that, people have been trying to build Secret Mage in other ways as well. On Hearthstone Replay I could find statistics of secrets, these excavation things, together with then skeletons. But I think that's completely wrong approach to the deck, because when you approach it like that, you're trying to add this slow mechanic and this tempo mechanic, and they just don't match well together. So I don't think you want to do that. And its success also has been much weaker than this one's. But what can we learn from that? Because that one had some statistics available. Burrow Buster might be too weak. You don't maybe need to excavate that many times, because those 2 excavations for the researcher are the main thing that you need. So possibly the next improvement for the deck could be replacing Burrow Buster with something else. We'll have to see how that goes, but anyway, seems to be at least semi-viable at the start. A bit of a different playstyle than most Hearthstone decks. Super annoying to play against, and this is what it all looks like in action. Oh, we don't have Mesadoon, so we can't meme. Oh well, here we go. Guess who. I forgot to put in the card that makes your secrets cost 0. Yeah, that's actually needed. Well. Step radio, thanks. Appreciate that. Please spend the coin. No, they're not spending coins. No way are they spending any coins here. Just get some explosive runes out there. And we sparkle again. Okay. I guess it's object. I mean, they're always going to coin away the counter spell. We're just going to put an objection out there. And the conjurer. So now minions cannot be played, but spells they will be able to play anyway. But they have to check for counterspell with the coin. That's the whole point. Now, yeah, they can do Bridge Riff. But Bridge Riff doesn't even do that much. Bellowing Flames a little bit. Does kill the entire board there. I need to start excavating. Now we can get a counter spell out there. Runes Objection counter spell. I mean, Chorus Rift can make the minions so big that... Okay, Bridge Rift getting countered. Nice, nice. Another excavation. That's beautiful. Second excavation is there. We set up a new counter spell and we might get the Trog out there as well. Just playing a tempo. Just playing a tempo deck. I don't think this kind of tempo deck is particularly... I just want to draw them as I do. So we get to meme some... Yeah, I guess we should do the first one soon. Oh no, they were able to Ignis. Painful experience. Does this still only cast one secret if there's already a secret existing? Have they fixed that? Have the counter spell there. Let's see what happens. As a right vein. And another objection. Nice. Nice, nice. The more objections, the merrier. Might as well get an explosive runes out there. Let's just get the entire Christmas tree. Counterspell, explosive runes, objection, as a right vein. Let's see. That gets into counterspell, but another Bellowing Flames. And that one gets true. I mean, I get a copy, but it still gets true. That one is now infused, though. Ooh. Give it a try. I have an objection, explosive runes up.
All this research points to something.
Vengeful Visage and another Azerite Vein. Azerite Vein really isn't... It really isn't all that, you know. Not that great. But be it as it may. Visage, objection, runes, vein. Okay. No counterspell this time, sadly. Alright, that one was objected. Next one is also going to be objected to right. I'm quite confident it will be, yes. We deal some damage. Boom, boom. Alright. Vein, runes, visage, objection. Visage not so useful because they're going to hit my face with a weapon and not with minions, but still. Sadly no counter spell, so they are able to clear this up. Objection. Yep, no barrel brim. No, Bridge Riff. Could not be counted. Sad times. Not enough infusions there. I mean, I have 3, 4, 5. I have 9 damage. They don't have more Bridge Rifts, and they can get one Bridge Rift going. It was just flames. Play the bartender. Bit of damage. We have the vein, we have the runes, and we have the visage. No objections right now. Well, that's going to give me a shield block, but that still gives them the armor. It's not really helping. They have sanitize. Or if they don't have it now, then they can find one. And that one also just enough to kill Finley, but because Finley was with the Chorus Rift, then it didn't even deal damage to the face. Brawl is not the worst. None of these minions are bad as such. They still need something to kill that with. 2 mana. Blade Storm. Double Verse Riff so that they get the Breach Riff. No, they only get the Verse Riff, of course, yeah. So, right, but they're at 12 now. Cannot kill them from 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. This is 6 damage. This is 6 damage. We blast. Boom, 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 boom. And then we have the infused Frozen Touch. Don't let your memes be dreams. Don't let your memes be dreams. I'm telling you. Oh, but Warlock can steal all my health. And it's kind of hard to succeed with no health. Maybe Objection is so good that I even keep it. I think I probably should mulligan mainly for the Excavation cards, and then the secrets are just something that comes on top, because Excavation cards activate the Researcher. And that's already secrets. If I don't find the Excavation cards, then I can't activate this one. So actually I think this probably isn't the mulligan that I truly want. But let's see. Everything's obviously still up in the air because, well, it's a brand new deck. The deck has existed for like an hour. I do not know the optimal mulligan for this, as amazing as that sounds. I do not know.
It's completely safe. Just don't.
Oh no. It's the Sludge. That's gonna be tough, right? Aggro Warlock. Discard Warlock. And this is not the snake one. This puts sludges at the bottom of the deck, then they play a 4-mana 7/7 that shoots those sludges at my face. From the bottom of their deck.
It's completely safe. Just don't spill it. I found it first.
I can't excavate. I have to play the Objection for next turn, I think. Because Objection has to counter some of their 4-drops. At least they can't play a 4-drop next turn.
And now the premiere act, me!
I'm worried that it's still not gonna be enough. Especially seeing how I can't get rid of the board. I have the Buster for next turn. I have Buster into Blast Mage into Reliquary, potentially. But if they can play a cheap minion here, then they don't have to play the 7/7 yet. So the 7/7 doesn't get objected to.
The overture is upon us!
Do I try another Objection? Because I have the possibility to do Objection. If they get to play the 7/7, I can't play around that. I think I will have to Excavate though. I mean, I can see that that would be good for a turn. But I don't see how that would make me survive long term. So I have to take chances short term in order to potentially benefit in the long term. If they have the 7/7 now, then that's gonna be a huge problem. That was not the 7/7. So that's a start. Obviously taking 6 damage here. I'll have to Blast Mage, but this won't be enough, right? I think this will not be enough. 9 damage is totally doable for them. Okay, that was surprisingly good. Actually surprisingly good for me.
All this research points to something.
Vengeful Visage and a counter spell. Not too bad, not too bad. I need more low health stuff on the board, right?
An incredible discovery.
To prevent some of the sludges, maybe. Well, I have a counter spell, but the Visage obviously is not really going to do much. And that one getting countered might not be enough. Okay, they didn't find a discard synergy card there. That's good. Now they got the waste remover out there. Oh dear. I think I have to Blast Mage. I'm going to have to kill that. All I have is a Visage. They can probably play around that. They don't have to play around it. Once they get some damage in. Oh dear, oh dear. Got the 6 damage. There's a total of 13 held on the board now. But that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That was really good. I can have an objection, prevent them from playing a minion. 6 mana. Would I want a Titan now? What does a Titan even do? Any that heal me? There is one that heals me.
Interesting.
I can't have a Titan and objection. When one Titan heals. So this... The objection. The conjurer.
Your signature is required.
The glyphs. And hit some face. All of these two have lower health than I do. There's a lot of health on the board, so random damage is not going to hit my face enough.
You fold.
They had a minion to throw into the objection. Oh no. They get the barrels. And those are lifesteal barrels now. But there's minions on the board that have lower health than I do. That was the key here. I could also have Orion. Let's have Orion.
What secrets does the cosmos
With the runes and the counter spell.
on the dog?
Kill that. This one's just going to the face, right? Nope, this probably has to kill that one. Counter spell, Visage, runes. Oh, Wizards is not very useful here. But counterspell and runes are there. And Rarran is going to start growing. Whether they play a spell, whether they play a minion, Rarran will grow.
Don't have reach. Use some sludge.
It's a right vein, okay. That one gets countered. That has a right vein on that. That one is objected to. Orion. Mega Jaraxus. Well, we have the Singer for turn 1, so we don't necessarily need the Arcanologist. I would rather have an Anonymous Informant so that I could make the secret cost 0. Hoping that the Warlock doesn't have a 1-drop, then the Costumed Singer might even live a turn. Unlikely, of course, but if they don't have 1-drop, then on 2 they would like to tap, maybe, and then the Singer is alive, and that would just make life very awkward for them. But do they have a 1-drop? They did. A more control style or possibly combo style Warlock deck. They did have a 1-drop, so that then everything is going well for them. Now they can safely tap here. Would they play a miner if they had a miner? Don't know, maybe they would. But tapping is probably the way. I'm gonna draw another secret. That's cool. Let's see. Hi, Anubis. We're just trying to get 4 excavations done and get their lifesteals in. And then we'll see what's gonna happen. Oh, that's not a bad card at all. Probably just need to get an explosive rune out there at this point. Hit him in the face a little bit.
Armor. Lightly use armor.
Ah, the forge. Oh boy, oh boy. My first excavation. Not great, not great. We'll see what the forge will give them. Feels like I'm not getting the pressure in. I already did one earlier. Excavation number 2 so far. I will need the chatty.
It'll be our little secret.
So I need to hit into that. I need to coin the chatty, but I need to get an objection out there. I could try to object to their final treasure. But I think it's very unlikely that I can do that. Like now, there's a chance that I can object to something that they would forge. And actually gain tempo here. Which happened to be exactly what happened. Then we're going to go for a pouch of coins. So we're going to have 7 mana. So we can set up runes and another chatty. We're trying so very hard to hit them in the face here. We have runes, which means that the next minion is still going to die. But that 7 mana they can just play something cheaper first and then something bigger later, and then they can still forge. So... And that also works now. Because even though that one dies... Minions survive. They can even make a copy of the last one. They didn't make a copy, that was a surprise. I have to say that was a surprise. So we'll try to push like this. But they have the forge, so they're totally fine. I will have 2 random secrets next turn. But it will not be enough.
All this research.
2 random secrets. Objection, please. Runes and ice barrier. Probably not good enough.
Incredible discovery.
That's an objection, but it's a little late.
Job done.
Maybe the runes will be enough. Maybe. Maybe. It's not completely impossible. They have excavated twice. That's going to be the 3rd excavate, but on the board they can't kill it. So there's that. Are you going to risk Vengeful Visage? Are you? I'm a Vengeful Visage there and the game ends. So you cannot attack face. You absolutely cannot attack face. I mean, there's no Vengeful Visage here, but they don't know that. That dodges the explosive runes. No! Oh dear. Oh dear. We'll do everything we can, but... it's getting a little tricky. Now they can kill that off. So attacking does nothing. They're at 5 health. If they can get 2 excavations done, they can get the hawk. But can they get 2 excavations because I have an objection? No, they have a healing. Oh, they got the 2nd excavation from the smoke stack. Now they must not play the hawk though. They must not play the hawk here. They played the hawk into an objection. The game continues. But not for long. There's no space. You can't summon more stuff. I guess you wanted to use that anyway though. Alright. Cryopreservation, that's nice, that's nice. Is there a world in which I have to use this now? No, I don't want to give them a space on the board. I want to keep them board locked. I don't want them to be able to play a minion without killing one of their own first. I mean, they can use Sargeras's ability, of course. That will clear the board for them. But they didn't, and we win. Alright. Thank you for watching. Click like and subscribe if you enjoyed this, and a special thanks to all of my Patreon supporters, YouTube members and Twitch subscribers who make all of these videos possible.